What is going on, everybody? Giants rebuild here, offseason, heading into our 4th season, coming off a big Super Bowl. We have actually turned this thing around really fast. So like we said at the end of last episode, we're probably going to shorten up how much we're going to play for the rest of this series and start to get our mind on the next team we're going to rebuild. These rebuilds have been so fun. You guys have been great watching the videos, liking, commenting, all that stuff. So please do keep that up. So we've got our offseason here, time to start thinking about re-signings, free agency, and then the draft. Just going to go through by position here. I think Deontay Burnett certainly earned an extension. I don't know if I want to pay him that much, though, but he might come back for less. So let's kind of lowball him here, see what he thinks. And I might actually give him a 3-year deal. But sometimes these lower overall players will agree to this, and honestly, he's really not worth what he was asking for there, but he's going to test out free agency. Okay, we might be able to get him back. I don't see there being too much demand for him. At tight end, Evan Ingram, he did catch 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. He's asking for $7 million, but I just don't know if he's worth it, man. He didn't do a whole lot. We might be able to still get him back if there aren't other free agent options. The only question becomes, are we going to use that money elsewhere? Because our offensive line's pretty good. Our D-line is in pretty good shape. Our linebackers, we might want that money in the secondary because our corners, and we need a free safety. But other than that, tight end is kind of our next big need. But I think we're better off keeping that $6 million available for now. Maybe we sign him after he hits the market. Can always try lowballing him here. I wouldn't expect him to like this, but and then the franchise tag is $7.74 million. Again, I think I want to save that money. So that might be an unpopular decision with the fans, but I think it's the right call financially. And again, we might be able to bring Evan Ingram back anyway. But we can't keep everyone. So let's take a look at the market here. Trubisky, the Bears are moving on, and he's already getting lots of offers. Christian McCaffrey hits the market. Evan Ingram up there, not getting any offers week 1, but how about that? David Njoku is on the market, as is Gerald Everett, another good player here. So there could be other options there, but none of those guys getting offers. Actually, that's not true. Njoku is over Evan Ingram. The offensive line, we are fine. We have really invested in this line, and it's in good shape now. We could still draft someone because Solder is going to move on, but we really are in pretty good shape there. And then at D-line, we do have Lorenzo Carter. Todd McKinley hits the market. Derek Barnett hits the market. He's intriguing. So does Charles Harris. And he's not getting any offers, so he might make more sense than Derek Barnett. But I want to compare Barnett to Lorenzo Carter. So there's actually worse finesse moves, slower. Carter kind of came on, so I think he's earned his stay next year. We are good at linebacker. At corner, Shaquille Griffin hits the market, so we basically have to pay him what we would normally pay Evan Ingram, and that's definitely intriguing. Justin Evans at free safety is available, but I think we'll probably target a safety in this draft. So I think what we will do is go after Shaquille Griffin. We're going to offer him $7 million a year for 4 years. He can come in, be next to Beal there. Looks like we got to pay up a little more. The Rams are going after him, so we got to be a little more aggressive here just because, they were the team we played in the NFC Championship, so we don't want them getting any better. So we're up to $30 million over 4 years. We are ahead of them now. And then we do still have some money to go after Evan Ingram. I think what I'm going to do is offer him a 1-year deal as opposed to getting locked up because we have cap space now, but we might need that in the future. So a little more than what the tag was going to cost, but I think he's going to like that offer. And that's going to leave us $17 million to kind of fill out the margins as we move forward. So let's skip ahead and see what happens. We get Shaquille Griffin. We got scouting to do. The Colts are coming in hot for Evan Ingram now. We might have to let him go. I think we can settle for Gerald Everett. He's basically a cheaper version. So I'm going to withdraw from that. I will wait one more week for Gerald Everett. Can bring Mo Alley Cox back as well. I'm going to make a run at Josh Jones. He'd be a good outside linebacker in our scheme. I'm not going to pay him this much, though. But we do kind of need that third linebacker. So we're going to lowball Josh Jones. So let's move on to week 3. Kind of a quiet free agency here. Shaquille Griffin was a big signing, though. Replace what we had in Jimmy Smith. Which, by the way, our defense totally turned around when we made that trade. That was a great move for us, I'd say. So we also need a backup quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater, currently no deals on the table. So I'm going to give him an offer. Secure that backup spot a little bit. I think we're going to offer him $7 million to be the backup. I'd expect him to take that. If he doesn't, we'll just sign him in the first week of the preseason. You know, a backup running back's actually pretty intriguing, especially with James Conner and Chris Carson here, two just bruisers that would really complement Barkley pretty well. We saw what happened to this team when Barkley went down too, so having that backup could be huge. Question is, how much do we have to pay him, because they are getting offers. I'm going to start with Carson. What does he think about that? I bet he doesn't like it. No, it's actually not that far off. But I don't want to pay my backup running back that much. We're going to just make an offer for Jamal Williams instead. Deontay Burnett not getting any offers, so we should be able to get him back after he tests the market. Make an offer for Everett. Probably going to go after Mo Alley Cox as well. I think I like Tim Williams to come in and play D-end. Not on a 3-year deal, but give him a little shot here. We definitely need some more depth at edge, and Lorenzo Carter's not a lock there, but he definitely earned an opportunity to be back next year. And there's no guarantee these guys are going to take these deals, but they probably should. So we'll see who likes those deals and who's going to be coming back on the 1-year contracts. It's a big thing I requested in my wish list, was that these players like this take these lowball offers, because in real life they're going to do that, because if no one wants them, then that's the market. But we get none of them, so we're going to have to get to work in the week 1 free agency. Definitely going to be looking at tight ends in this class then, because we don't have any. So let's start drafting. Definitely not interested in trading up. We don't have nearly enough holes, but let's see how the first couple picks play out here. So the Ravens take Dakari Knox, 83 overall edge rusher. Get their next Terrell Suggs, a nose tackle to the Browns with the 2nd pick. Middle linebacker to pair with Trevathan there, and the Redskins get the top quarterback. Titans getting a really good corner there. A center for the Dolphins. All right, just going to show the top 10, and then let's get to our pick. Pause the draft. All right, so could think about a running back. Looks like the top running back in the class still available, so that's an option, but probably pretty dumb to take a running back when we have Saquon. Could definitely think about a wide receiver, a tight end. This Benjamin King definitely looks like a decent prospect there, but actually looks like some other options as well, like this Taylor Fox looks like he could be pretty good. So we're gonna hold off there. Could certainly think about a tackle if we think that's the best player available. We didn't scout linemen though, so that's pretty risky. What about a corner? This Antoine Booth definitely seems like a good player. Also some safeties available. Walter Clem with C+ zone. Seems like he could be a player. That rangy center fielder is definitely a position we need. He's not super explosive. In fact, this guy out of Kentucky looks a little faster. We can get him later. Well, I think free safety is definitely our biggest need. And this just seems like a pretty safe pick. 23-year-old, smart player out of Duke. 72 overall, 76 zone. But he'll start for us. So let's move ahead. We'll probably take a tight end with this next pick. Taylor Fox, still there. Do we go there? Could take our chances on just a freak corner. But I think we got to take this tight end. He looks like a beast. 79 overall. That's literally what we had in Evan Ingram. So we just upgraded. 6'3", 249. This guy actually blocks, though. He's not quite as fast, but seems like a beast. All right. This is the first time I've used this draft class. All right. Next pick, third round. Definitely thinking about a running back here. Keyshawn Perry. Although a 6'5", 4'4", 540 guy is definitely intriguing me right now. This guy's got a first-round grade on him, but it doesn't look like he's that good. I don't know what that's all about. I think we should go running back. We could go with like a Tariq Cohen type to complement Barkley, but I feel like we would be better off with a guy that can actually carry the workload. So let's decide between Keyshawn Perry, Cavante Martin, Martin Berry. These guys all kind of fit the bill. Ooh. 4'4", 40 guy out of Appalachian State. He kind of looks like a sleeper. So maybe we should take someone else and then target him with another pick. Could go for like an elite slot weapon here, Riley Vaughn. That third wide receiver is still kind of a question. But you know what? Shepard can play in the slot. Odell can play in the slot. I think we should go for the upside pick here. Don't know how good he's going to be, but 6'5", 4'4", 540. Can jump. This just seems like a high upside pick. And he sucks. But we don't really have anyone like him on our roster, so we can probably at least get him involved a little bit. And our Duke guy is gone, unfortunately. That safety out of Kentucky's still there. Could take our chance on another receiver. But I think the best value here is going to be this safety out of Kentucky. Not the best draft, guys. Not the best draft, not going to lie. But we can take this running back we've been eyeing for a few rounds now. Oh my god, he's terrible. Excellent pick. God, he's garbage. This whole draft has been bad. It's alright. Even the best front offices have bad drafts. I'd like to get a wide receiver that can actually play. I was kind of eyeing this guy earlier. Let's take him. Jeez, he's bad too. We are just whiffing, friends. There's nothing worse than a bad draft. Alright, let's take one more swing at a running back. Oh, if you have the last pick in the draft, it doesn't even tell you how good he was. Alright, well, we at least got a starting free safety. God, that running back we took is absolutely garbage. So from the third round on, we were really bad. But the first two picks were good. Taylor Fox is going to be a stud. We'll probably end up cutting most of these guys. At least these two. But let's go ahead and take a look at week 1 of the preseason. We're just going to get through the rest of this preseason and then set up for our 4th season here. So let's see who we can bring in. Looks like Teddy ended up signing. Let's go with this kid out of Iowa State. Here's a bit of a sleeper, Ellis Osbury. So dumb that we can just automatically see their overall and they're quick. You know, that's definitely something that'd be great, would be something that makes these undrafted free agents have to kind of discover their rankings a little bit. How about any like kick return specialists? There we go. Devin White, welcome to the team. The other thing I'm going to do is make these guys all have 3-year deals. Let's bring Mo Cox back. The undrafted rookies, 3-year deals at least. Well, it's good to see that a lot of these free agents did actually get signed, or they retired, but it's better than having them just sit there and no one signs them. Josh Jones did get signed, so we're going to sign this guy to be our 3rd linebacker. So let's get through this preseason. We'll make our cuts, do the depth chart, and then we'll be on our way. For our focus training, we're going to do Jake Fromm, I think Sam Beal, and let's pick someone on the offensive line. Maybe Ezra Cleveland needs it the most. We are going to go ahead and probably cut Solder, who would have regressed pretty hard. Also forgot Deontay Burnett never took our deal, but let's definitely bring him back. And then I'm also going to sign this Jimmy Carter. Add some depth to the slot. So cuts, we got 15. Definitely moving on from this dude who we just whiffed on in the draft, but we're going to go through position by position now. I don't even know where our Appalachian State running back went. It's like they already cut him or something. I don't even know. We might need to sign another running back. Let's just go ahead and cut these two guys. We got a bunch of wide receivers here. Let's see, is this Quentin Pounds good enough to stay? I don't love him. I think we can practice squad him. We'll go with that little motley crew there. There's our tight ends, that'll do. Let's cut Nate Solder. Oh wow, we can save 10.7 mil in cap space. We should have done that decades ago. Honestly. Can cut Spencer Long. We've got our center. We'll keep Brian Winters around. Cut this dude. Our edge depth kind of stinks. I'm going to go ahead and sign. I think I saw Jordan Willis was a free agent. Yep, so I'm going to sign Willis and then probably another running back because our running back depth is awful. So I'm going to sign Marlon Mack. And why not James White? Or maybe LaShawn McCoy. Sure. Let's keep LaShawn McCoy as a rotational guy in there. Not rotational, I mean, he'll just be there in case of an emergency. He's basically never going to play. But that at least allows us to practice squad this garbage pick. Although, no, that's a different guy. I have no idea what happened to our Appalachian State guy. Like, maybe he just retired because he knew he was that bad. But that improves our running back room quite a bit. I keep forgetting we had Alec Ogletree too, so we really don't need another linebacker, even though I keep saying that. Probably only need 5 linebackers, so I'm going to cut Van Ginkel. We should have a bunch of, well, not too many, but we definitely don't need these guys. And then we'll just have that big open competition at free safety. So let's get to next week. We'll do the depth chart, do our upgrades, and then we'll be on our way to season 4, trying to establish a dynasty here in New York. And we play the Cowboys week 1, so you know we're playing that week 1 game. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really satisfied. This is the first time I've kind of gotten this far into a franchise using my roster, using my draft classes all the way through, and I am really satisfied with how well everything holds up. Like, the free agency pool is still not flooded with good players like it normally would be, which is a big thing for me. But if we just kind of scroll through the depth charts, like, I imagine it's gonna be mostly the right guys. Like, the quarterbacks are still in charge, you know what I'm saying? You're not seeing these ridiculous quarterbacks come in. You're getting guys like Herbert is actually starting now for the Patriots. Derek Carr is still there for the Raiders. Like, everything's kind of still in place. The Ravens blew things up a little bit, but that's Lamar. So just thought it'd be fun to kind of scroll through these teams real quick. Steelers struggling at quarterback without Big Ben. Mariota's still in charge. Kirk Cousins. But you're not seeing, you know, like, every team ends up with like 370 overall quarterbacks. You're not seeing that anymore, which is great. Josh Allen actually developed. Baker's still in charge in Cleveland, and these ratings are still consistent. And I like that, by the way. Drew Lock's still competing with Jameis. But these ratings are pretty consistent with how the quarterbacks look right now, like in my roster in real life. Patrick Mahomes developed. Andrew Luck. Dak is still there for Dallas. So I really like how this is turning out. So let's do our upgrades. We'll do our depth chart, and then we'll be on our way. Field general for Smith. He's been a little quiet since his rookie year, but he still has superstar. I'd love for Sterling Shepard to have a big year and get star dev. Still only 27. There's still time for him to grow. There's a good upgrade. There we go. Levert Hill should be our starting slot guy, right? It's a good upgrade. Would we ever think about moving him to free safety? He's more of a man guy. Shackelford's our starting center this year. Look at that hair coming through his neck. He's got a freaking mane. What is that? Ezra Cleveland gets one already. At left tackle, we got to go pass pro. There's a good upgrade. And Terry Godwin. I'm actually going to go slot for him. Definitely have some interesting decisions to make. We're going to keep LaShawn McCoy as like our fourth guy. We'll just play him in pinches. So in the slot, I think we want to go with... Man, it's actually tempting to play Jimmy Carter. But I think we got to go with Terry Godwin. We'll go Burnett as our fourth. Tight end, excited to see what Taylor Fox can do for us. Lines in place. Lorenzo Carter's got to have a big year for us to keep him. Deion Jones at outside. I only keep him at middle linebacker on the roster because of the field general is a better level up. So I like our corner depth. We don't really have anyone elite right now, but we're definitely trending towards that. Well, actually, our man coverage is better across the board now, so we might be able to run some more man this year. We've definitely come a long way with those corners. So we're going to start Walter Clem. I don't know why he has a captain's badge. We got to take that off. We'll make Jalen Young our backup safety. Kick returner, we want Devin White. And we'll go with Higdon. And White again for punt return. We'll have LaShawn McCoy be our backup third down running back. Power back Marlon Mack. Behind Saquon, obviously. Slot wide receiver. So yeah, Terry Godwin. And then I think I'm actually going to put Jimmy Carter in there. Right there. And Shepard. Rush and, yep, Bosa. Lorenzo Carter. Rush D tackle, that's good. Sub linebacker. Slot corner, good. All right. Sorry we didn't get any gameplay in this episode, but we got one coming. We got the Giants coming up. We'll probably do either all offense or fourth quarter or something. Like I said, we're going to shorten this season up a little bit, get through the rest of this rebuild, establish a dynasty, and then pick a new team. So hit that like button if you enjoyed the series, guys. If you are enjoying the series, guys, it's not over yet. But peace out. We'll see you next time.